What's good, everybody? What's good, everybody? There it is. Just had to make sure I was up and on. What's up? What's up? What's up, man? Jump on in here. I told y'all we go live right quick. T Smooth TV. What's good with you, that ninja? We just did our what up, Florida Cowboy. We just did our first annual Big Game James fantasy draft. That was cool. That was cool. We're gonna have a good time with it. I thought it was pretty nice. Derek Abel, what's good with you? Alan Jones, what's good with you? Come on in here. Is it delicious? I don't know if I said that right. Justin, what's good with you, man? Yes, I will. I will definitely get at you. I promise you I will. Matthew, what's good with you? Come on in here, man. Get in the building. Get them likes up too. Remember, if you're in here and you're on here and you're listening, let's get them likes up. That's cool. What's up, Joe? How you doing? James Gary, how you doing? Good evening. I won't be on here long. Just some thoughts. Hey, and a lot of y'all's questions. I just got things in my head, but talk about Zach Martin, of course. What's up, Jessica? How you doing? Come on in here. Like I said, let's get them likes up. Let's get up in here on Facebook, YouTube. I'm streaming on both platforms right now. Carlos Holloway, what's good with you? Joe Tranchina, what's good with you, man? Yes, sir. From Italy, Joe Tranchina, what's up with you? What's good, Raymond? Always big support. Appreciate you. LaDonna, what's good with you? Vondell, what's good with you, big dog? Carlos Holloway, we'll see. I'm gonna probably do it because I'm gonna continue to practice on my play-by-play. I'm, getting ready to get a gig with doing play-by-play, color commentating with a company. So I'm just gonna continue to prep my work. So I probably will go live and do some play-by-play color commentating. I might just do it by myself. It ain't no big deal. I've done it in games before, so it's nothing. So I probably will just continue to, get better at that so I can be ready. So when I jump in the arena for college football, college basketball, that good stuff. What's up with you, Marvin Hargrove? How you doing? I appreciate you always sharing. Love you, dog. Appreciate you. Alan Jones was good with you. Just waiting for y'all to get up in the building. Appreciate everybody. Like, share this all around the world if you want. Like, share, let's all that good stuff. Appreciate everybody who's even jumping in the building. Always thankful for that. Eastside. Oh, I almost called you Eastside, but you're just Harold. But what's up with you, Harold? How you doing? Like I said, if you're in the chat and you're in the feed, let's get those likes up. Don't cost you no money to like. Don't cost you no money to share. So let's do that. But yeah, man, let's yeah, get him. Yeah, I still do the play by play. Like I said, I PA announced for a couple high schools, but one of my passions has always been play by play and color commentating. I did when I was in media school. I did college basketball games. I did high school football games, and I just really want to jump back in that arena. So those that is coming closer and closer to my dream to what I want to do. So I just want to continue to practice on it. So I will be probably doing the games myself, color commentating and doing the play-by-play. It's nothing. I can do those by myself. So just if you want to join in, I'm sure everybody and their mama's going to be going live during those games this season. I guarantee you that everybody is going live. They never used to happen before, but it is now. Everybody and their mama's going live, pre-game, post-game, half-game, all that good stuff. But hey, if you want to jump in my feed and listen, watch the game with me, go ahead and jump in there and do that. So let's jump in here, man. What's up, Miss Charles? Like I said, I'm not gonna stay on here too long. I'm not gonna keep y'all, but we'll just. I really, if y'all want to do a lot of questions, I'll post your questions on here. If you want to if you want to do a question, I'll post your question on here. Not a big deal. No big deal. So, um, obviously, we're talking about Zach Martin. That's one of the reasons why I really just went live. Zach Martin is in the building. Appreciate you, Mike. Hey, go support my people, UK Cowboys fans. They're great people. We need to get to do a show sometime soon. We definitely need to link up and make that happen. But everybody's going crazy because Zach Martin is not there. Oh, we should have drafted Rashawn Slater. That's why you should have drafted offensive lineman in the draft. And wooty woo. Dallas needed defense. Dallas had the worst defense last year. Dallas didn't have the worst offense last year. Dallas had the worst defense last year. Okay. I understand the Slater pick. It's gonna be good. We understand that. But once again, Dallas had the worst defense last year, not the worst offense. Even with the influx of quarterbacks, even with Dak not being there, it still wasn't one of the worst offenses, but it was still one of the worst defenses. So you needed an overhaul. Goon squad, baby. So you needed to make that happen. So everybody's talking about, oh, we should have got Rashawn Slater. First of all, Zach Martin is a guard, and he's an awesome tackle. He's an awesome player wherever he plays, but he's a guard, right? And so if he's a guard, you do have depth at the guard position, right? You have a guy named Connor McGovern, who I've been pumping in. Connor McGovern, I said this before on my tweet. You better not let me down, dog, because I've been pushing the hell out of Connor McGovern. Hey, ho, shout out to, let me get this up here. Let me get that question up here now. Let's get that up there. But they have guards. You feel me? Zach Martin is a guard. You have Connor McGovern. He is a guard. I've been pushing and pumping this kid up, and it's about time that he shows up and does this because he looked good in spot duty last year. He had a little bit of his way in the Philly game. I thought he looked good in the preseason. I felt like he's going to be the next man up, and I don't know if they're going to re-sign Connor Williams. So this is, in my opinion, his time to show your worth. Connor McGovern, show your worth. Show your worth. Them keeping you, and if they don't want to stay with going with Williams, Connor McGovern can slide right in at guard. He can play left or can play right. I think he was pretty good at the right last year. Can't remember. But if he was with the left, you're with Tyron Smith. But if you're on the right side, you're next to Leo Collins, and he's kind of going his way. But let me get this question out for the super chat for the hey ho 499 holla donation. Let's get that up there. Okay, so first this is for Matthew. I don't know if it's for Legis, if I said this right. He says, should we have a heavy run game for the first game like Zeke 2016, 2017 type game to let Dak get his feet wet, or should we let Dak cook? Great question. Great question. And I'm going to go ahead and answer that because I said this in my last video, my last solo video, that definitely the Cowboys need to run the ball this game. This doesn't have to be a game where you're a 1-2-3 run, 1-2-3 run. No, you don't come in there with a basic game plan. Please be creative in the game plan, Kellen Moore. But this is a game, in my opinion, because we've been talking about physicality. Now, it's going to hurt that Zach Martin's not in there, but Connor McGovern, they drafted you for a reason. You are stout in the run game. Not so great in the passing game, but you are stout in the run game. So they need to establish physicality. They don't push people. Connor McGovern doesn't get pushed back in the back of the pile. He pushes people. He holds his ground. So he's going against some real good animals up in that middle. And Vita Vea, Adama Sue. You got some animals in that middle. You're going to have to handle them. So this is a good test for Connor McGovern. Like I said, to show your worth. See why they drafted you in the third round, right after they drafted Connor Williams. Show why they may keep you after this season and, show your worth, basically. Show you can handle your business while this guy is going to be out for COVID. You got to show your worth. But as I said before, my few keys to the game were this. Turnover battle. The Cowboys must win the turnover battle in this game. They must win the turnover battle in this game. Time of possession. Time of possession. They need to win the time of possession game. And so if they're winning the time of possession game, that means they're probably going to have to run the ball more. You got Ezekiel Elliott, who's been out there cooking, running, doing drills, getting his body right. He's been his best way since he was in college. He's looking a lot more agile. Yes, Dallas has to be physical at the point of attack. And yes, Ezekiel Elliott, I definitely like a 20 carry game because guess what? Dak Prescott hasn't practiced. And I know last year, I mean, not practice. He hasn't been in a preseason game. And I know the last few years he hasn't played in a preseason game and hit the ground running. But he also didn't have a broke up leg that has surgery. He also didn't have a messed up shoulder, but it's good now. But that's just the point. He didn't have those injuries before. So it's going to be a little bit more rustier, in my opinion. And when you look at the offensive line this season, not super physical, hasn't been physical for a while. This offensive line has not been physical for a while. So yes, they have to win the physicality battle, and they're going to have to step up, and they're going to have to run the ball. Leo Collins, you got the stinger. I'm still concerned about that. A lot of things are going on in that influx of line. I don't feel like there's a lot of continuity on that line right now because they haven't really been together. There's still injuries across the board with little knickknacks here and there. So it's not a lot of continuity. Dak hasn't really been under center. So when we think Dallas is just going to hit the ground running and score 30 or 40 points this game, I'm not saying it can't happen, but we're really, in my opinion, this got to be a game where we kind of keep maybe this score kind of low, get some turnovers, yeah, I know it could be a shootout, but when the Tampa Bay Buccaneers score a lot of points, they tend to win. So I want to keep this score low. So they're going to have to control the line of scrimmage and control the ball. You're going to have to run the ball with Zeke. You're going to have to use it with Tony Pollard. You're going to have to get your receivers involved. But at the end of the day, I don't want a 60 pass game from Dak Prescott in this game. I don't want him throwing 60 times in this game to win this game. To me, that's not a winning formula for the whole season. And it's definitely not going to be, excuse me, the winning formula for the game in Tampa Bay, in my opinion. What's up, David Jenkins? How you doing? I hope he's going to hold his own. I think McConnell McGovern, like I said, I think he's going to be a future guy. I'd love to see him playing it next to Tyron Smith or Leo Collins on a regular basis. And like I said, he's got to prove his worth. You drafted him in the third round in 2019. He had the injury in his rookie year. He showed a little bit last year. He didn't look bad. He was the highest rating guard on the Cowboys roster per Pro Football. I think he ended at like a 76. And was really good in the run game. That's where he's really good in the run game. No, not so great in the pass game because he's not the most athletic guy. I think that's where you have a Connor Williams who is better than him in that aspect. But in the run game, I think he's really good. So I think they're really going to have to show it. Leo Collins, I hope that stinger isn't something serious. I hope he can even play because if he can't play, then it's going to be a little bit more concerning if you have to jump out there with a Nisetsky or Steele. That's going to be a lot more concerning. So I believe Leo Collins practiced today. That's a good sign. I'm still concerned about a neck. It's a neck. We're going to see. You can say it's good all you want to, but until I actually see the contact and you hitting and doing all the other stuff, I'm going to be skeptical. You know what I mean? I'm just going to be skeptical. Yeah, I feel you, Marvin Hargrove. He says about 25 to 30 times in this game. That would be optimal to me. I don't want to see a 40, 50 pass game for Dak Prescott. Not saying he can't do it, but there's got to be a lot of balance in this game because you're going into a hostile environment. You're going to the Super Bowl champs. They have everybody returning. They're going to be hyped up. The Dallas Cowboys are coming in. It's just going to be a hype game. The stadium is going to be going crazy. It's going to be a hyped atmosphere. And so one of the things the Cowboys are really going to have to do is get the crowd quiet. One of the ways you get the crowd quiet, you score quickly, or you wear that team down. So I'm a little concerned about the offensive line. I don't know if they're going to be able to match this defensive line. I mean, you got a really good lineup coming in right here with Shaq Barrett, Pierre Paul, who man, he really showed up last year. Adama Sue, we know what he did. Vita Vea, he's a monster. And then that linebacking core with White and David. I mean, just that core right there is a really nice core. That's a very devastating core. So that offensive line of the Cowboys have really going to have to show it right there. Physicality at the point of attack. That's where it's going to be won. That's where that game is going to be won in that trenches. And if they can hold off the Sue, the Vea, keep the sacks to a minimum, keep the pressure low on Dak Prescott, give him time to throw the ball. That's going to be key. So this offensive line. So when we're talking about this whole game, talking about the keys of the game, time, possession, turnover, battle, all that good stuff, the line of scrimmage on both sides, because the Tampa Bay Buccaneers don't have a bummy offensive line either. I mean, they got the young kid in Wirfs, and Jensen was pretty good. Marget Smith. I mean, this is a pretty decent offensive line. We know what the receivers bring to the table. And Mike Evans, Godwin, and Brown. And then you still got Leonard Fournette as the running back. And we know about Tom Brady. So this ain't going to be nothing easy, but it's got to be one at the point in that line of scrimmage that them trenches, they're going to have to win in them trenches. Yes, get them likes up, man. Yeah, but you know what? Uh, I don't want to. My thing is, I don't want to play the coulda, woulda, shoulda game. We should have drafted Slater. We could have picked him up. We could. They didn't. They got Micah Parsons, and Micah Parsons is still going to be a big time player. And the Cowboys need a Micah Parsons. They need to get this defense turned around. While we're always worried about the offensive line, I get it. But Dallas bit that offensive line, started building in 2010, and it still hasn't fell off. They still have really good parts with that offensive line. But with that defensive line, that has been lacking for a very long time. The defense has been super lacking. So, if anything, the Dallas Cowboys need to get this defense together. Because here's the thing, even if this offensive line is in flux and not playing good, or the offense is not moving the ball, guess what? If that defense is playing lights out, if that defense is playing crazy, it can save you. It can carry you. It can carry you on an opponent's field. It can carry you when you ain't scoring points. It can carry you when you don't have cohesion with the line and you're trying to get everything together. It can carry you. That's why we need this defense, and the Micah Parsons and the Osa Ogadezuas and the Brent Urbans and the Carlos Watkins and the LVEs and the Neils, and we need all those guys that they brought through, the Randy Gregory's and the D Laws. We need those guys to really hold it down, because I don't know if they're going to hit the ground running. I think the defense is not going to be ready. I think it's still in flux. You got a lot of moving parts. So when we think the Cowboys are just going to come in here, just my opinion, and let's throw 30 or 40 points in this game because we have the weapons, we'll see, because I haven't seen the cohesion on both sides of the ball. They have cohesion on their side of the ball because their guys are coming back. So for people to always just think, "Oh yeah, we have talent to match their talent," that's true. But cohesion is everything, and it hasn't been a lot of cohesion yet. So we got to see if that happens. Hey, if you want to be a member, just go to my YouTube page. It has membership right there. You should be able to click it. I don't know if my boo thing is in there. She always puts the link in there. She might be in there. Put the link in there, but we'll go. Yeah, yes, they do, David Jenkins. They do have the receiver Scotty Miller, and I think they got Giovanni Bernard as well. And I mean, that's another factor with him. He's a guy that can get loose out of the backfield. He's a guy that is in the return game. So they have some sneaky players on their team that they added with. So this, like I said, it's the returning champs. Nobody's scared of these guys at all. But we're talking about reality here. Um, and that's what you have to really look at. That's the thing that I keep on going back to, the cohesion of the team. And I haven't seen a lot of cohesion yet with the squad, and that's what I need to see in this game on Thursday night. Are they going to be as one? Is there going to be a lot of penalties? Are they going to be looking in sync? Are they going to be rusty? Is that going to be rusty with the offense? We haven't seen the offense with Dak this whole, what, 12 months, been a long time. So for us to think, just me, that they're just going to hit the ground running and do this and do all these amazing things, that's not a reality to me. Maybe it may happen and I can be totally wrong, and I'll take that. But in real life, in my opinion, you got to be able to be on the field together and do these things and get as one unit. That's what has to happen. That's why they have the practice. And shout out to new member in the building, Marvin Hargrove, my dog, Biggie level. We appreciate you, dog. I wish you would have got in here early. You would have been in that fantasy football league we had. We just had it. We already got that started, and that's going to be a great time. But shout out to you, Marvin Hargrove, my dog. We actually finally got to meet up. He drives trucks out there. He came to Columbus, Ohio. Me and my girl, we met him at the hotel. Had a great time. Great peoples, great peoples, great peoples. So shout out to you, Marvin Hargrove, for all your support since I've known you. Appreciate you, big dog. But that's just the reality. Ball control, make some plays, use those tight ends, that 12 personnel. Blake Jarwin, Dalton Schultz got to be, hey, use those guys. I know we talk about the CD Lambs, and I definitely want to see him, Amari Cooper, but them tight ends and them seams gonna have to be used. Those tight ends gonna have to be used in this game. They're gonna be real kind of prevalent in this game, and honestly, defense gonna have to play lights out. I don't know if they are, but they're gonna have to play lights out this game. Get some turnovers, get some sacks, get some pressure on Brady. We had Mike White, my dog, on here from Burgers and Blitzes, and we talked about how Brady gets that ball out quick on them edges. So really, that rookie, Osa Ogadazur, gonna have to have a big game for me, big dog. Bohanna, I know he's a rookie. Gonna stay low, stay low. Use that pad level. You're a tall, big guy. Stay low. Brent Urban, Carlos Watkins, y'all guys, they brought you over here. You're not stars, but you're good, role players, but you're going to make plays. I definitely think keep your eyes on Brent Urban. Put your arms up, knock the ball down. That could happen. He's good at pressuring up the middle. We got to pressure Brady up in that middle, get him off his spots. He can't scramble, he can't move. So if you pressure that pocket up the middle, he has nowhere to go and he's going to take those sacks. So Dallas just got to get in that backfield early and cause havoc, man. Move that rookie Micah Parsons all the way around, just got to be a lot of havoc, just a lot of aggressiveness. Don't be scared of Brady. Come after him. They've been hella aggressive on third down, blitzing like about 45, 40%, 46% in preseason on third down. I know it's probably not going to be that high, obviously, because you got a lot of young players. You got some players on injured reserve. Kevin Joseph is out, but I still like to see some pressure out there. So we'll see how it goes. Let me get some questions in. Matthew asked, "What's?" Let me get your chat. Let me get your question up there. Hey, well, that's all good. Golson, I don't think is going to play. Matthew, what matchup scares me the most? I'm gonna not say it scares me, but I'm gonna just say that them trenches, that Adamakan Su, Vita Vea, the Pierre Paul, Barnett, though that right there, that's what I'm looking at. If they are getting in that backfield early and they are causing havoc and just getting Ezekiel Elliott can't get running lanes, and it's we're going back to being in the shotgun the whole time and just passing the ball. That's my biggest worry. That's my biggest worry in the matchup. They're going to have to hold it down on the offensive line. Definitely the defensive line is going to have to play, but this offensive line is going to have to play his butt off, especially with Zach Morton now. It's going to have to play his butt off. There we go. Boot thing just jumped in there. Cash App, if you like. If you like to donate, you can Cash App your boy right there. There's a name. And I do appreciate. I think somebody already did. I appreciate you. Yes, Markham Williams, appreciate you. Malcolm Williams, appreciate for the $5 holler through the Cash App. Thank you, sir, very much. Appreciate you and salutes. I don't know if it was a question. If it was a question on here. He says he believes Dan Quinn will play big. I hope you're right because, I also said in this matchup, the coaches are really going to have to show their worth in this game. Kellen Moore, Dan Quinn, they brought you here for a reason. Mike McCarthy, because like I said, it's the fish greases on him. The hot fish grease is on him to, you know, not look like it was last year. You don't want to come out throwing a dud, even if it was a loss in this game. I don't know if there was ever an impressive loss, but even if there was a loss in this game, you don't want to look terrible in the loss because people are just going to question. I'm going to question because this needs to be a bounce back year. This needs to be a year where you take the division. This needs to be a year. I'm not saying Super Bowl or bust, but you definitely need to be in the playoffs this year and show something. So, the season isn't over with one loss in the beginning of the year or the season isn't over because you won one game. But I think there needs to be. I don't want to see the sloppiness. I want to see, togetherness, cohesion. That's what I'm. The word keeps coming out of my head: cohesion, cohesion, cohesion. I need to see cohesion, not mistakes on the back end, communication on the back end. You brought Dan Quinn in for better communication. You got Joe Witten, who I thought had called a pretty good game. So I want to see better communication on the back end with these guys, not broken and busted plays. Those little things are going to be the things that are going to be standing out to me that I'm going to be watching. Yeah, we'll see. I think Dak's going to be okay. Yeah, and it's the trenches, man. It's really the trenches. We're going to really see what happens with these trenches. And Dallas has to win there. What's up, Ryan Kirk? Shout out to you. But that's gonna be the biggest thing in my opinion. Those trenches, man, especially with a Zach Martin out, Connor McGovern is gonna have to play big. He's gonna have to show why. He's gonna have to show why. Connor Williams, I think he's coming back from the COVID protocol. And as I said before, that's my worry. Not a scared worry, but it is a worry. You got your guys. Collins has been out. He hasn't been practicing. He has the net stinger. He has an injury. Now Zach Martin is out. That's your one of your best guys, all pro bowler, Hall of Famer, out. Tyler Biadish, second year. Connor Williams, regular to me. Regular. We've seen him have problems with power. He's gonna be dealing with Vita Vea and Pierre Paul. Tyron Smith is back. He says he's healthiest he's been. Doesn't have the neck roll. We're gonna need him to play huge, but that offensive line has got to play big, y'all. We got to run the ball. They got to be able to run the ball, take some pressure off Dak. They got to give him time in that pocket. This can't be a situation where Dak is running for his life, everything. Brandon Knight being out, Jacob, that ain't a crazy bad thing. You know, he was not impressive at all in preseason, led the team in hurries and pressures, sacks given up. So definitely don't feel good about the depth on the offensive line. That's the main thing that I was talking about coming into this season. Not the depth on the defensive line. I was talking about the depth on the offensive line. That's what was worrying me was this offensive line coming into this season. And now it's rearing its ugly head again. Now y'all can come back and say, that's why we should have drafted Slater. I feel you. But when we look at it right now, Dallas still needs this defense to be able to hold it down because you can't have a 31st worst defense again because you couldn't even stay in games because your defense was so bad. What up, Mac Jones? Hey, I'll take all the optimism you can give me. Yeah, and that's a rookie. But there was offensive linemen out there you could have maybe picked up too, but they wanted to stay. What's up, Jay Lombardi? They wanted to stay what they want. They wanted to stay with what they got. You know what I mean? They had opportunities to look at other offensive linemen besides a Slater. They could have did some other things. I'm sure there was some other people better than maybe Brandon Knight out there, but they didn't want to go that route. They wanted to trust their guys. So we'll see what happens. I don't feel great about this offensive line, not at all. But we'll see. Appreciate you. So we'll see how it goes. Down the line. But yes, yes, yes. Realistically, how good do you think this defense can be? And this is from the wordologist. I think I got that right. I think this defense can be very good. I don't think it's going to be good early. I think because there's so many new moving parts. You got rookies in there. You got young guys in there. That have Demarcus Lawrence has been out. Randy Gregory hasn't really played a lot in this preseason. So you got some injuries along the front that have hurt. So I don't think it's going to be anything you see in the beginning, what is going to be later on. Barry Church was on the show and he said top 10. I wonder, I think it has the athletic ability. I think it's really, if you really want to be, in my honest opinion, how good this defense is going to be, it's going to be dependent on Michael Parsons. And I'm going to put all that pressure on him. He was the 12th pick in the draft. You picked him that high for be a all everything. And I said the only reason why you would want to take a linebacker, that's one of the reasons why I said don't take a linebacker in the first round unless he's all everything. I think this kid can be that, but they're going to have to let him be that. He is going to have to be that. Micah Parsons is going to have to be ridiculous. And if he can do that, this defense will be a very good defense. Could head to great. But it's all going to be contingent on Micah Parsons. If Micah Parsons comes out and do what we think he can do and what we've seen, the ability that oozes out, and if they allow him with their defensive scheme to really allow him to really rain terror on the offense, then that's when I think this defense can be really good. But to me, like I said, it's contingent on Micah Parsons. He's the main player, in my opinion, this defense contingent on being really good. It's going to have to be him. He's going to have to take it to the next level. And I know he's a rookie, but if when we seen the Lawrence Taylors, the greats, when we seen the greats, and he wants to be great, and I think he has the ability to be great. But the greats came in A1 day one and showed you how great they were. It wasn't, you saw it 6 games, 10 games in, 11. No, you saw it instantly how good they can be. And we're seeing flashes, but we haven't got to see them the whole game. But I want to see all of it. And this is a game I got to see it. I don't know about shutting down Joey Bosa. I mean, we've seen the one play. I've seen the play where he got out. I don't know if he's shutting down no Josie Jay. I love you, but I don't know if he's shutting down no Joey Bosa. Might be doing good, but he ain't shutting down no Bosa. Yes, sir. Hit that like button. Got about 130 in the chat, 50 likes. Let's get those likes up in the building. Let's get these likes up in the building. Matthew got another question. He says, who do you want out at linebacker when the defense first goes out? Well, it's not about who I want because from what I hear, what it's going to happen, what it's going to be is going to be Jaylen Smith in the base defense and Michael Parsons. When they're talking about the nickel, then you're seeing Michael Parsons and Keanu Neal, which I don't feel bad about. And then you can sprinkle in, your LVE because LVE can play multiple positions. So I'm cool with what they're trying to do with the base. If you got a Michael Parsons, Jaylen Smith, I know everybody's talked about Jaylen Smith, but we're talking about a base defense, a run defense. If they're basing and they're trying to run the ball, then I don't mind a Jaylen Smith if he's going against a Leonard Fournette because a Leonard Fournette is not a shifty, shaky back like those little tiny backs that give Jaylen Smith problems. He's going to be more run up the middle. He's going to be more smash mouth, and that helps Jaylen because then he can just come straight toward the play, and it doesn't have to do sideline to sideline, and it helps him. So, and then you got Michael Parsons. So I think in that base defense, especially in this kind of particular matchup with Fournette, who is not the loosey goosey guy now. When you get Giovanni Bernard in there, that's when I think you need to go ahead and get him out there and throw Neal in there or the LVE because then they might try to expose Jaylen. But as a base defense, I don't see how bad with that. And like I said, the good thing is now you have some versatility with your linebackers and don't feel like you're scared to worry about the short third downs where you're going to get exposed. Just looking at some of y'all's comments. What up, Mel? Well, I'm gonna be I'm gonna be Mel. I'm gonna be hopeful that he doesn't go in the wrong gap. I'm gonna be hopeful because you got this young rookie. Gambino asked, "Can we see? I don't think a corner, but you may see him flex in the safety. Especially when they're running that nickel defense. I can definitely see them rotating a kneel. You can get real fluid with what you have because like I said, Donovan Wilson. We don't know if he's 100%. I don't that groin injury is concerning. So one of the good things that is about Neil, even though you said he's your linebacker coming in, he's playing the linebacker, he's in the linebacker room, he's played safety his whole career. So it's not a bad thing. And you have familiarity with Dan Quinn playing safety. So even though he has you at the linebacker, you know what he wants to do. So you can move and flex. So I think that's one of the things that why he brought the KZ and he brought the Neil over to Dallas because they already know his mind. They already know what he wants to do. So it's not a hard transition where you have to reteach or rethink somebody that you haven't been with. You have guys that you've already been with and been in the trenches with. So if they needed to flex a Neil over there to a safety, it's not a oh my God, what are we gonna do? No, it's an easy, smoother transition. Shout out to you, Mac Jones. Hey, we'll see. You know what I mean. A lot of us are out here grinding. Shout out to you for the $2 holler. Appreciate you for the donation. But hey, we all out here grinding, dog. You know what I'm saying. We all got a lot of things going on. Sky's out there doing this thing. Shout out to him as well. Law, we're doing our thing with the final word. A lot of moving parts. I'm grinding doing this. I do my play by play, color commentating. So it's a lot of schedules going on to really make that happen. But you never know. We'll see. Who are my starting linebackers? Me personally, I would like. I'm not mad at with them starting. I would go with Neil. Honestly, I would like LVE and Parsons, but um, LVE and Parsons wouldn't feel bad if we're doing starting three linebackers. We're doing three starting linebackers. I would like LVE, Neil, and Parsons, and then you bring Jell up in as the back end. I don't know. I may do it on my own. Me and Law talk, but it's like I said, a lot of people got a lot of other things going on besides myself. So schedules get hectic. So we'll see what happens. If you see it, it'll happen. Hopefully, if not, I might be doing the solo dolo on it. But you can still jump in mm, and have a good time. You just go to my page, you'll see it. If you become a premium member, you will see the qualifications or the things that go down with that. But we're definitely going to be doing some things. We already got like I said, members only big game James fantasy football already popping. We're definitely going to have doing things, especially backstage during the games, going to games, all kind of stuff. So just stay on board. If you become a member, you can be as low a member as low as $2 holla. So go from there. We keep on moving. We got members meetings. We'll get them popping back up once a week. So it's a great time we having over there. Can't really explain it all here. You got to jump in over there and kind of see. There you go. My boo thing jumping in there doing that. I don't. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is it Klubu 88. He says, "What is our situation with cover? We are losing players week to week. Is management to blame, players or coaches?" It's COVID, man. Let's just keep it real. I don't think you can really. I mean, that's a tough situation because they want everybody vaccinated. I have my own thoughts about that. With the forcing of it because people are getting. I mean, Martin's already been vaccinated, but he still tested positive. How do you say, well, you can't play and you've been vaccinated? So it's just a weird situation. I don't know if anybody's to blame. I just think it's COVID, and I don't know how you really try to react or really contain it. It's just my boy Tuck did mention something that was kind of weird how he said, and I was agreeing with it. How he was saying like, ain't college was being decimated by COVID. You didn't hear no kind of COVID cases right now, but all you hear is all these COVID cases in NFL. It's just kind of weird to me. It seems like they just COVID cases come out of nowhere so they can force you to get vaccinated, but Like I said, I'm not talking about that because too many people be tripping and beefing over that, and I'm not dealing with that crap. Yes, hit that like button. Hey, I appreciate you, Matthew. I really appreciate that compliment. Thank you very much. Thank you, babe, for doing that as well. And we appreciate all the people in the building, man. Great crowd in the building today. And let's, like I said, let's continue to get them likes up. We got 75 likes up in the building, 151 and going strong. But um, I'm gonna get ready to head out here because I gotta go pick up the girls. Gotta go do the daddy thing. Gotta go pick up the girls. Um, but we are talking about what are we talking about? We're talking about today is Sunday. Monday, Tuesday is going to be the final word. Now, check this out. With the final word, I don't know because I think that we're going to be doing in the restaurant. The guys going to be doing that. I think that because I don't know if it's Dak Prescott's new restaurant. I don't know for sure, but I believe they're going to be there. They're going to try to, we're going to try to do the thing where they bring me in because all three of those guys are in Texas. I'm still in Ohio, but we're trying to do a remote thing and get the final word popping at a restaurant, one of our possible sponsors. So that's an exciting thing. We'll see how that goes Tuesday. That'll be exciting, but keep your eye on that. Um, got my guy, radio guy Ray. We're gonna get a thing popping before Thursday, and then we'll see how it goes Thursday. If I'm gonna be rocking with somebody on the play-by-play commentary, I'm probably gonna do it because I'm gonna be excited to do it. I love it, and as I said before, there's gonna be a lot of people going live, doing their things, all that good stuff. I get it. But hey, if you want to jump in there and listen to some good play by play color commentating, for real, some real good stuff, because it's not going to be an emotional uh, commentary. Because I'm really going to, like I said, I'm going to be working on my things when I get ready to get on with these college and high school. So it's not going to be an emotional broadcast. It's not going to be you know, I love my boys, but it's going to be a real broadcast with play by play and color commentating. Even if it's just me, not going to be the emotional thing. Oh, what happened? You know, might be a little some of that, but it's going to be more professional. What we're trying to do as far as you really listening to a game. So first down to 10, 22-yard line. I mean, do it all the time. So jump in there. I think you'll like it. I think you'll really like it. We have some good music in the background. We're having good fun, all that good stuff. So whether it's me with somebody else or me solo dolo, if you want to jump in and have a good time on my channel, I think you will. I think you'll like it. Really appreciate you, man. So it's gonna be I'm interested in what's gonna happen on this Thursday, man. It's week one. I'm really interested. There's a lot of moving parts going on, but the biggest thing for me is cohesion. Cohesion is the big word of the day for me. Cowboys gotta have cohesion on this line. They gotta make that happen. Yeah, Kid Columbus 024, you know what it is. And Gambino, I'll get in your inbox about that Giants game. Oh, and then once again, if you're trying to get on these tickets, a few of my people's already got on. I had just a lady just hit me up yesterday. She just got on and got a ticket. She's going to the Giants game. Gambino, I'll hit you up. I'll get you that information. If it's not tonight, it'll be first thing tomorrow. I'll get you that information for the Giants game for those tickets. And if anybody else is trying to get a tickets or go to the game, they're still selling. They're still going on. There's still openings. Holla at your boy. You can get on my Big Game James page on my Facebook. You can get in the messenger and hit me up there. You can get on my Twitter at Big Game James on my Twitter. I don't think you can direct message me. Just get on my Facebook page, man. Yeah, man. Shout out to Delunative for the $2 holla, but just get in my Big Game James page. And if you're a member, you know how to contact me there. But my main way is to get on my Big Game James page on my Facebook and just hit message me. So if you're really interested in getting in a game, go to my messenger on my Big Game James sports page and just message me. That's the best way to get a hold of me because I check those daily. And then I'll get you your information out to you. So not a problem. So I'm going to have that to you. So if you are wanting to go to a game still, once again, go on my Big Game James page in the messenger box and let me know what you're trying to do, what game you're interested in going to, all that good stuff. and I will come back with the information that you need to try to get you where you want to go and have a good time. All right. So it's going down, man. Oh, definitely appreciate you. And yes, sir, all those videos, training camp videos, I had a great time when I went out to Cali. So I hope y'all enjoyed those videos. More videos are going to be coming this whole season. Hope they get this all 22 together. That's concerning that it's still weird with all 22, man. But I'm still going to get them videos out to you guys, whether they're all 22 or not. It's still going down. J Rod, yes, they're definitely going to have it. I definitely believe one or two, Randy Gregory or D Law. D Law can have a bounce back and get a 10 sack season. He needs to have a 10 sack season. Randy Gregory, first full off season since like he's damn near been drafted. Yeah, they definitely need to do that. Appreciate you, Joe Chanchina. Appreciate you. Love you, Miss Charles. But yeah, definitely. If I said between the two, Randy Gregory or D Law for the 10 sack season, I'm gonna jump out there and go ahead and give it to Randy Gregory. I'm gonna go ahead and jump out there. Shout out to my dog, Tavis Banks. What up with your big dog for the 499 holla? He said our offensive and defensive lines will be tested, no doubt. That's where it's going to be won. They always say the game is won in the trenches, and it sounds like a cliche, but for real, that is the truth. It has to be won in these trenches, especially this game, because they have a good they're on both sides of the ball. They are good and strong. So the Cowboys are really going to have to show what they're really made of, especially on that offensive line, man. For real. Hey, appreciate you for the sub, man. Salutes to you. Hey, I said let's get those subs up, not in a bad way because we've been going crazy with the subs, man. I said, but I want to see if we can get to 10K before week one. That's Thursday. It's Sunday. We're like 300. I think we're like 295 away from getting the subs. It could be crazy. It may not happen. I'm not gonna cry if it don't, but that'd be dope if we could hit 10K by Thursday, week one. We give out the big shout out, all that good stuff. It can happen. It can happen. But if it don't, we're okay. We're still gonna keep on trucking and moving it. But once again, we appreciate all the members that are down with Big Game James. We appreciate all the likes, subscribes, the follows on my Big Game Change page and Facebook, because we're almost 20K strong over there. We're almost at 20K followers on the Big Game James page on my Facebook, going strong over there. And we're almost at 10K right here on the YouTube page. So we're still going strong. We're going to open up some doors on Facebook through my guy. Got some good things coming on Facebook. So let's just continue to keep on supporting. Let's continue to keep going hard in the paint like we do. And let's continue to have a good time and let's enjoy this season. And hopefully our boys can finally get this much awaited six. Been a long time. We're anticipating it. We need it. We're thirsting for it. We want it. So maybe you never know. You never know what can happen in a year. This could be the year. Every year, because we don't see in the future. We don't know. We don't know what's going to happen in the future. You don't know. You take a great guess. We all take a great guess, but it ain't not the facts. We're just taking a great guess. So hopefully them boys can really come through and make it happen. We really appreciate that. Got another one in there, another super chat. Really appreciate another super chat for the $5 holla. Hey ho, another $5 holla. This is from Quincy. Is it Sands? Quincy Sands. He says we've been calling for the Cowboys, Conor McGovern to play if he holds up. He is for sure the future when Williams leaves. I totally agree with you. This to me is his test. You feel me, William? I mean, Quincy. This is his test to me. If he can hold up in this game and really show, I feel great in the future with Conor McGovern. This is his test to me. This is his big test. He jumped in there in that Washington game and he played great against them. He had his way in the Philly game toward the end of the year. But if he can really come out here and hold his ground, really show that run game, Conor McGovern he can really solidify himself, especially with this line. He needs to solidify himself. So I'm going to be having my eye all on Conor McGovern that game, for real, because it's going to be a test. So appreciate y'all. I'm jumping off here. Got to go make my runs. Got to go take care of my things. But I love y'all. Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. We'll be talking soon. Big Game James. I'm out. Stay tuned. You know how we do. Let's make it happen. Let's get to 10K. Let's get this week one win. Let's shock the world. Let's surprise everybody. Nobody. A lot of people are saying we ain't gonna do it, but let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. And it's going to look even better if you win this game and you're not fully 100%. That's what's going to be even better. Yeah, but hey, I'm going to be talking to you soon, man. I'm out of here. Peace. I'm out.